Mutants is, it looks at kids who are, a number of kids who are living in a sort of, I guess you'd say, group home for troubled teens. And they've kidnapped their counselor, kidnapped him to an Edmonton, to a derelict Edmonton building. And they're on, it's several stories high, so they're up on the top floor. And their intention is to get media to come out so that they can tell their plight. And as it sort of comes across through as the play goes on, you start to realize that these kids have actually they've actually been abused in some serious ways. And so all they really want to do is to attract this attention, to get the media to come out. And things turn violently wrong. And for everybody involved. So it's I guess it's a highly controversial play. It was at the time, and I guess initially Walter Dale, and this I sort of talk about this, so I won't go too much into it, but just to say that the Walter Dale board was, they wanted to get his voice out there. They'd heard that he was great and he was getting high recommendations as a writer coming in, and so people started to read the play and they thought, I don't know if we can put this subject matter on here. It's basically these kids are using terrorist tactics on their counselor. And so Brad reworked the play a bit, but it's all still in there. And eventually there's a board meeting that I talk about in there that I guess was there's a lot of this controversy came up, and it ended up that they voted in a sort of a slim margin to put on the play, and it turned out that it was the highest. Not grossing, but I guess it was the highest audience attendance for their season that year. And as I mentioned earlier, it attracted attention of professional theater folks and really kicked off Brad Fraser's career. So it was, it's one of many plays in a long list of fare that Walter Dale has produced that is highly controversial. And it's one of the great things about Walter Dale is that it hasn't really shied away. Certainly it does that kind of quote-unquote popular fare, and you have to do that because there's certain segments of folks that want to go out and see the popular, safe fare. But Walter Dale also has sort of an underground reputation of taking chances really with audience expectations and saying, we're going to surprise you, and we're going to deal with some subject matter that is controversial just to have those discussions. And some people, of course, really respect that. A lot of people really respect that about Walter Dale.